Okay, we are live, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Good evening, Ani, bonsoir, and welcome everyone to this very never-ending snow days and to our meeting. I'd like to begin the meeting by acknowledging that we are in the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe peoples in the Robinson-Huron Treaty area and wish to recognize the neighboring community of Dokis First Nations. While we meet today, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the lands, which we all call home. We do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relationships between nations and improving our own understanding of local Indigenous peoples and their cultures. From coast to coast, we acknowledge the ancestral and unceded territory of all Inuit, Métis, and First Nations peoples that call this land home. And with that, I would like a resolution to adopt the agenda, though I have a couple small changes. I would like to remove the resolution to appoint a deputy mayor for 2026 to the next meeting, as well as our resolution for a closed session meeting. So if everybody's okay with that, I'll need a mover and a seconder. And I can't see people. Okay, so Mel, you're gonna have to help me because I really can't see people. How do I see people? Sorry, people.
Sorry about that, I was on mute. So do you want me to call out the movers and seconders for you?
Yeah, could you? Because I can't see the people. I don't
know that's fine. So I've got Councillor Landry and Councillor Keddy.
Thank you.
Giselle, if you go into the right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little thing that says view.
Oh.
It's like a little checkered box
says,
or Rubik's Cube.
Oh, now I see you. You got it. Thank you. Thank you. I learned something new today. All right. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interests? Seeing none, we'll move on to the next one. There are no delegations tonight. And we'll go to 6.1, general government. So we'll go to 6.1.2. Before you, there's a resolution to adopt a bylaw to authorize the maintenance and space use agreement with Dr. Lapham. And this, for those viewing, it has to do with the food bank. As most people know, the food bank is located at the dentist's office, and Dr. Lapham has generously lent the food bank the area for no cost, and in return we provide snow plowing and grass cutting. So a huge thank you to Dr. Lapham. So I'll need a mover and a seconder. Willie and Roger.
Okay, I'll just read the motion. So it's been moved and seconded. Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-03, being a bylaw to authorize a maintenance and space use agreement with Dr. Lapham, be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed.
Thank you. Any questions? All those in favor? Thank you. There is no report for finance. 6.3.1, we have the quarterly report for environmental services. So Kevin, we'll turn it to you.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Mayor. This is the fourth quarter report for 2025. Some of the key highlights: we had electronic waste pickup, tire pickup, scrap metal pickup, and the environmental services department, with the help of Public Works, refurbished several of our waste bins for the transfer sites. So in total, we did 16 refurbished bins. So just rebuilding the rails and putting new concrete on. So I believe some of you noticed, like Shaw Road now has back up to 4 bins, and they're all in much better shape. And we have 14 bins in Alvin now, so we're looking good for that now. So for the total year, our recycling is definitely up this year. And you'll see a big increase in electronics. That's just due to the Ontario Electronics Stewardship Council allowing a lot more a lot more items in the bins. So before they were only concerned with computers and TVs and such. So now they'll take pretty much anything with a cord on it. So that's why that number's up so high. So, any questions?
Any questions? I just had a question, under your report curbside recycling, the tons. Like it shows for the total for 2025, 23.87, whereas 2024, it's 120. You see that?
Yeah, through you, Madam Mayor. Just to clarify, we were only able to get Q1 stats because when it got handed over to CMO, we no longer get the curbside recycling tonnage. So we only get the tonnage that we bring in from our bin at the landfill site.
Oh, I get it. I get it. And so they won't be providing us with any stats?
I hope they will. Just I know that the program's pretty crazy right now, so we're hoping maybe in the next year that they'll start providing that. So I'm leaving it open with the hope that we can still get those numbers.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to 6.3.2. Do we have Martin on the line?
I believe I'll take this one for Martin.
You'll take
I'll
that
just
one? Okay.
go through some of the highlights for him.
Okay, thank you.
So Green Bay, Plouffe, and Montgomery rehab were completed. Lakeview culvert replacement was completed. And I know this has been kind of a hot topic issue. Still waiting on Hydro One to connect 14 of our streetlights. So that's we're just waiting on that. We've been in contact and just hopefully they get back to us. So I know Mark and Kim and everybody's been reaching out. So
Yeah. Any questions? Renee, and then
Not a
Willie.
question, but just probably there's two little sections to correct maybe. The street light not functioning, it says -7 for the total.
Mhm.
And also for street lights repaired, it says 16 and should say 17. The other one should say like 50,
Yeah.
20, 38, that's 58, 71.
Mhm.
So
I'll get clarification
now
on
you want to
that.
do the correction?
I do believe that some of the streetlights were fixed, so that's why the not functioning is up, but we still have some that are waiting to be hooked up. So
Oh, I just meant that the 2025 totals need to be fixed.
okay.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. Just because it's a public report, so just fix those two total amounts there for the year. The math doesn't jive. That's it. Thank you.
Willie?
Yes, through you, Madam Mayor, I'm curious if we know why Hydro One is needed to re-energize those lights when the bulbs are changed. I was hoping somebody can run me through that procedure.
Okay, so Mark Gagnon, are you able to answer that question?
There are a little bit, some of the lights that are out, some of them aren't even connected to the hydro line. I had a conversation with the Hydro One representatives in Toronto while I was at Roma. And also this afternoon, Kim did advise me that they did communicate and they will be on site February 4th, they're scheduled. Kim has also scheduled our contractor to be there with them to make sure that everything is according to plan, so we can get all these street lights up and running again. So there are other issues which I'm not going to get into detail, Councillor Willie, other than just changing a bulb. So to be there with them to make sure that everything is according to plan, so we can get all these street lights up and running again. So
Have a guest that's repeating everything? Okay. Everything okay? All right.
Seemed
Any
like
other
we had a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I just thought maybe somebody else was coming in. All right, any other questions? Okay, let's move on to 6.4 for the quarterly report, Parks and Recreation Facilities, and that's Jason.
Good evening, through you, Madam Mayor. This is the fourth quarter for 2025. A couple key highlights is Rapids minor hockey and junior hockey, curling PALS hockey tournament that takes place in December between Christmas and New Year's, library programming, holiday train, Christmas parade and skating, and school skating and hockey games for the school. Does anybody have any questions?
Any questions? Seeing none. And great job, Jason, again on the parade and everything else.
Thank you, and
Okay.
great job that you guys came out and whoever came out and helped with that.
Well, apparently it was very toasty and warm at our display. Okay, so let's move on to 6.5, and that's a resolution to adopt a bylaw appointing as screening officers under the Administrative Monetary Penalty System bylaw. And so who is going to speak to that?
I can speak to this, Madam Mayor.
Thank
So
you.
this is a bylaw to appoint the screening officers. So we have appointed the clerks from the 4 municipalities within the Sudbury East Billing and Bylaw Services. And we had not appointed the clerk from Marks Warren yet. So this bylaw is just reaffirming that we are appointing the 4 clerks from the 4 municipalities.
Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, I need a mover and a seconder. Bob and Renee.
So it is moved and seconded, be resolved that bylaw 2026-02, being a bylaw to appoint screening officers under the Administrative Monetary Penalty System bylaw, be read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed.
Thank you. All those in favor? Thank you. We move on to the quarterly report, Bylaw Services Department. So Kevin, you'll take that one.
Thank you, through you, Madam Mayor. For the fourth quarter, just some quick information. Our draft public spaces bylaw was posted for public comment and feedback. Property standards order was actioned in Q3 and cleanup for the property was completed in Q4. And administrative penalties continue to make up majority of charges issued by our enforcement officers and continue to remain the most effective method for enforcing our non-compliance. For Q4, we had 7 parking ticket issues and 19 amps issued. Total of 12 complaints come in. Majority of which is usually animal control, as everybody sees. That's usually where we are. We had 3 from Alvin, 5 from Noelville, and 3 from Alvin, 5 from Manettville, and 4 from Noelville. Any questions on that?
Any questions? I just have one, Kevin. Under the enforcement stats says designation, and then there's one. What is that designation?
Yes, through you, Madam Mayor. It's designating a dog, just as vicious.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, then we'll move on to the 6.0. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, Madam Mayor. I think Councillor Landry has a question.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't see you, Roger, sorry. Go ahead.
I've been hiding around the corner. One thing I would like to know, Kevin, for people that put snow on the road or highway instead of, banking it on the side of their property, are we responsible for that?
Through you, Madam Mayor. No, it is definitely in our clean yards bylaw that you're not allowed to push across any roadway. So if we do get several complaints this time of year, and we always start with a warning letter just because most people aren't aware, and then more enforcement action will go from there.
Okay, thank you.
I guess it's going to be a bigger problem this year because we've got so much more snow and we're only mid-January. So have a feeling you'll be writing a lot of letters. So. Any other questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to 6.5.3, which is the new traffic and parking bylaw. And I believe Connor is going to present it. Oh, there he is. Hi, Connor.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Mayor, this is just a report on the parking and traffic bylaw, just to give council information on proposed changes that we need to make to the bylaw and enforcement framework and how these changes are going to affect enforcement. So just some background, council passed the current municipal parking and traffic bylaw in 2023. The regulatory side of this bylaw is currently enforced through issuing tickets under Part 2 of the Provincial Offences Act and providing for the removal of vehicles parked illegally through towing services. In fall of 2024, staff approached the MTO to update the municipality's authorized requester agreement, which effectively allows bylaw services officers to run plates to enforce unpaid parking tickets. The MTO informed bylaw services that the municipality's current agreement, which operates under Part 2 of the Provincial Offences Act through a municipal parking tag program, or MPTP, system was outdated, and that the municipality would need to update its parking enforcement framework to run administrative monetary penalties for parking. So for this, the bylaw needs to be updated to designate parking offenses under the administrative monetary penalties bylaw, which has a clause that has a non-application of the Provincial Offences Act with respect to Part 2 offenses. So that's any offense involving standing or stopping of vehicles. This is under the Ontario Regulation 333/07. So our analysis of this issue and speaking with the MTO and getting the agreement in place has allowed us to make this change. We just need to make the amendment to the bylaw to be able to issue administrative penalties for parking infractions involving standing and stopping of vehicles. So that in addition to allowing bylaw enforcement to continue searching vehicle license plates, transitioning to AMPS-based parking system will afford additional advantages. It will be easier for residents and visitors to pay for and appeal parking tickets. AMPS parking penalties can be dealt with more quickly than traditional tickets. Current appeal system used by the municipality to dispute other AMPS charges can now be used to dispute parking tickets. And the bylaw enforcement e-ticketing software and AMPS portal can be utilized with parking tickets as well. So this change is a requirement that the MTO said we had to make in order to continue with our agreement to be able to run plates. So this was a change. This is a necessary change that needs to be made. So staff just asked that council accept the amendments to the parking and traffic bylaw to designate Municipality of French River's parking and traffic bylaw under the AMPS bylaw. Any questions?
Any questions? Denis?
So I'm all okay with this. My question would be relating to, do we have anything in place for snow machines on the sidewalks in the village? Been quite a few complaints from locals that are walking on sidewalks and having snow machines, and you know, the people having to move out of the way. Is there any way we could get signage or something up on our sidewalks? Is there something, Kevin?
Kevin?
Yeah, through you, Madam Mayor. Yes, we do have a charge limit for motorized vehicles on sidewalks. When I believe last time we went through it, we added that charge. Unfortunately, we can't stop. We can't like pull people over. So this is where like the OPP could enforce it for us. But we can definitely look at putting signage and stuff up throughout the town for sure.
Okay, thank you. It's just they've been, you know, cleaning the sidewalks really good for people to use them. Like they're in good shape, and then, you know, some people have been pushed off because of snow machines. So good to know. Thank you.
Willie?
Just a comment to that. I know within the last few years we've allowed the ATVs to use our roadsides as well, and they should be maintaining a certain speed limit so people can pass safely. I noticed that that this courtesy has been slipping as well. So signage is probably not a bad idea to just re-educate people the proper etiquette of using their all-terrain vehicles, their snow machines, and that we do have to share those environments with pedestrians and other modes of transportation.
Oh, Dean, did you have a comment? No? Okay. So we have two resolutions before you. So the first one is to adopt the new traffic and parking bylaw amendments. So I need a mover and a seconder for that. Renee and Willie.
It is duly moved and seconded. Be resolved that bylaw 2026-04, being a bylaw to regulate the traffic and parking in the municipality of French River, be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed.
Thank you. All those in favor? Thank you. Willie, did you have a question? Or okay. The second one is a resolution to adopt a bylaw to amend the administrative monetary penalties. So I need a mover and a seconder for that. Willie and Bob.
It is moved and seconded. Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-05, being a bylaw to amend bylaw 2022-32, a bylaw to implement an administrative monetary penalty system in the municipality of French River, be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed.
Thank you. All those in favor? And thank you, Connor, for your report. All right, we will move on to 6.6.1, which is a quarterly report for Building Controls Department. So Andrea.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, through you. This is the Q4 report for 2025. I will apologize on page 66 of your agenda. There's a note of the looking like I'm reporting 2024 final numbers, but I just didn't change the headings. Those are all correct numbers for what's being reported from January 1st to December 31st. Some highlights for the last quarter was that our senior bylaw officer passed his exam for the first course, working towards getting certified to become a building inspector, and we'll continue that training going into 2026. The department worked with 75% of open permits in 2017, and we're able to close 43% of those open permits, and we'll continue to work with property owners who still have older permits open, and we'll continue forward through the years from there. So that program's been going well. You can see from overall building numbers, our new housing starts are still holding at good numbers. 19 new houses started in the municipality in 2025. And also strong numbers for new accessory structures and renovations. The government institutional improvements had to do with our local schools. And then moving down into our short-term rental and travel trailer licensing report, we're continuing to see applications come in for our short-term rental licensing. So you can see the jump from 94 occupancies in 2024 to 154 in 2025. That's total number of people that could stay in the various licensed short-term rentals that we have in the area. And we're going to continue working with that licensing program that we feel has been going really well since implemented in 2024. And then we are lower in numbers for travel trailers, but that program has helped. The vacant land license, we do get a lot of inquiries from people who are looking to start working on their properties but are not ready to apply for building permits. So having that option of applying for having a travel trailer on vacant land but with an agreement for when it needs to be removed is a great tool that the building department's been using, and we see that becoming a well-used tool going forward. Any questions on my report?
Any questions? Andrea, I do. With regards to trailers, travel trailers, we know that there are hundreds and hundreds of travel trailers out there, and people are not getting a permit for them. So how do we go about addressing that?
Through you, Madam Mayor. So we did used to get a lot more complaints about travel trailers, and that's what really instigated all of the issues that we were having. That's what made us put this licensing program or the licensing program in place. We really haven't been getting the reports about complaints about these issues. So when we do find the issues, we do address them. We've had instances where people either remove the trailers, either just store them and no longer have them in place. So we've seen change based on the fact that there is a law in place. We could look into becoming more proactive, but it just hasn't been the complaint issue that it was before really short-term rentals took over the world. And if
That's what I
Kevin
was
would like,
thinking
I see
too.
Kevin would like to include.
It was replaced. Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry, Madam Mayor, I think Kevin put up his hand and maybe he would like
I
to
didn't see him,
speak
sorry.
to it as well.
Thank you, through you, Madam Mayor. Just to add on to what Andrew was saying, we do see a lot of people call in and they're just utilizing the 14 days. Right, I mean,
Okay.
we do have many people in this municipality that have trailers and are only having company up only 2 or 3 weekends a year. So that is a large bulk of what we're seeing for a lot of the trailers. So when they do call, they realize they don't need a license. So that might clarify a little bit. You may be seeing 100 trailers, but you know, they're only using them 3-4 weekends of the year, and that they still fall within the 14 days of use. So just to clarify that.
I think the awareness too has made people more sensitive to what they can and cannot do with the trailers. So Randy, I think you're right. I think a lot of people I know that got rid of their trailers because of the bylaw. So, and you're right too, the short-term rentals have become more of a complaint-based problem. All right. So then we'll move on to 6.6.2. So Andrea, are you going to speak to this?
I will. Oh, sorry, Mel, is that okay? I know that we both discussed that. I'll just, okay.
Or
perfect.
Mel, yeah.
No, this is just an update to let council know of something that we've been talking about over the years. And there is movement. So back in 2024, all 4 member municipalities of SABS passed resolutions in support of making changes to the Ontario Building Code Act to allow the member municipalities the authority over the enforcement and granting of permits for sewage systems, and also to inspect. Because this has been such an ongoing conversation, I just wanted to bring this information forward to council to just keep it top of mind. So as the process moves forward, this doesn't become a big surprise if this becomes, you know, that we do get the authority that we're looking for. So we've included the fact that MMAH has been in touch with public health sub-brain districts. They've also reached out basically for municipal comment, but our comment and the CIOs who I've discussed, our comment really is the fact that we passed that resolution in 2024. So I just wanted to bring it forward. If there was any other points of conversation or questions that needed to be asked, this is why we wanted to bring this forward for everyone to see. And I think, Mel, we were just bringing it forward for information. Is that correct? Okay. And so if anyone has any questions, I will answer anything I can right now.
Any questions? I just want to say I'm surprised that the ministry is acting as quickly as what it is, because everything is so slow with the government that when I found out that they were actually considering it, I thought that was a good sign, and that public health as well is prepared to release it too. So that helps as well. And I think it's a good thing for the municipality.
I know when we had our meeting for public health last Thursday, they are in favor of the municipalities taking over that service. Well, I know that the Sudbury one is anyways, so they're in agreement with it. I mean, I think the shortage of work and, you know, trying to restructure what their purpose really is, I think has been the big focus for the health unit.
Well, that's good to know. Any other questions for Andrea? Seeing none, we'll move on to 6.6.3, which is the antenna tower system. Mel, are you going to speak to that?
Through you, Madam Mayor, this is Andrea's report as well.
Okay. Sorry, Andrea. You go ahead.
No, that's fine. Mel, I might need your support on some of it. So Municipality of French River does have a tower policy that we, as staff, follow to collect information about towers that are being proposed in the area, to give staff a chance to comment, and to make sure that we are following processes to ensure that all regulations are being followed. So towers really are regulated by the federal government for the most part. But because we have this local policy, we do a review as well. So I was on site with Mr. Koronovich. I visited the site. He provided me with site plan information, measurements, lots of information about the fact that he wants to use this as part of an amateur radio association that he is a part of. That really could be an advantage to our area, because one of their mandates is to work with emergency services so that there can still be communication between cities if for some reason communication lines were cut. So Mr. Kornakovich was very forthcoming with any information I required. We did circulate this to staff members, and no staff had any issues with the fact of the tower. And just to really point out to people, if you hadn't had a chance to review everything, one of the reasons why no one really has any issues with this is the placement. It's very far away from any other property. The height of the tower is basically matched by the trees that surround them. It is a waterfront residential property, but it's placed very far away from the water and up a hill, with a hill coming up behind it. So any even road traffic wouldn't be able to see it. So it's really placed in such a way that I don't think anyone would really notice it was there unless they were looking for it. So that is the main advantage, and then the main reason why staff didn't really have an issue with it. So if anyone has any questions, I can try to answer them now, but all the information is in the report for review.
Thank you.
Sorry, I should also say,
Go ahead.
the point of this review is that Mr. Korn, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Ken, I've known him as Ken. He needs a letter of support from the municipality to show the federal ministries that he has spoken to the municipality and that we have basically no issues with the fact that he wants to install it. So I will open it to questions now. Thank you.
Any questions? Seeing none. There is a resolution before. Oh, Dean, did you have a
Yes.
question? No. I need a mover and a seconder for the resolution, Renee and Willie.
It is moved and seconded, whereas Ken Koronovich wishes to erect a 20-meter, 60-foot tower at a site located on private lands at 231H Whippoorwill Road, Albin. Concession for Lot 2 in the Township of Bigwood in the District of Sudbury for an amateur radio antenna system. And whereas through staff and agency circulations, no concerns were received. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of Municipality of French River hereby authorizes the Chief Administrative Officer to issue a statement of concurrence to Ken Koronovich for the proposed tower to be constructed at 231H Whippoorwill Road in Albin.
Thank you. All
So
those in
this
favor?
letter, just to maybe further inform, so this letter is sent to Industry Canada and is part of his process with the federal government for his application.
Okay, all those in favor? Thank you. We'll move on to correspondence. So you'll find in your package a letter from Centre de Santé Univi Health Center, which brings forward the closure of the Life Labs laboratory in Sudbury. So at the moment, whenever you have a blood work done, either in Albin or Noelville, the samples are sent to Sudbury, and the lab in Sudbury does all the analysis, and you get your results within less than 24 hours. The proposal is with Life Labs that they are going to close the lab, and the samples would be sent to Toronto, thus creating a longer wait time for you to get your results. And that creates a lot of stress for people who are awaiting results from whether they're, facing an illness of any kind. And so we're trying to get support from the government to work with Life Labs to continue the laboratory and Sudbury, because it not only serves Sudbury, but it also serves some of the outskirts. And so I have a resolution for you to consider. And I've already talked to the mayor of St. Charles. They're going to be passing our resolution at their next meeting, as well as the mayor of Marks Day Warren, and he will be doing the same thing. Been in touch with France and Jamie West, our MPPs. Jamie has a petition going on his website, and I encourage everybody to sign it because that would be a great loss for us. So, any questions?
Not a question, just a comment.
Sure.
The health unit has also sent in some letters to the government, and
Good.
so has FINUM. I know they were to speak to it this week at Roma. It is Roma, right? Yeah, Roma. So they also had petitions going on, but Matt did explain that Life Labs is a private
I know.
business, and that's where the issue is that the company from the States that has purchased Life Labs, they don't find it's beneficial for them to have this in Sudbury. So on a side note, if you need blood work done, perhaps go to the hospital, because all the local hospitals still do their testing at the hospitals. So it's just everybody else that deals with Life Labs. That's where the issue is. So
Yeah, the problem with the hospital is unless the hospital orders the blood work, they won't do it.
yeah, I know.
Because of course they're too busy, right? So, but perhaps the government can intervene and
Yeah, there's a lot of
they're always-
resolutions from a lot of municipalities
yeah.
that FINUM has received.
Yeah, and the government is pretty good at helping bailouts or assisting companies, private companies, in providing a service to those that need it. So I think a little bit of money thrown by the government, thrown to Life Labs, the new owners, may be beneficial. Any other comments or questions? So I need a mover and a seconder. Roger and Bob.
It is moved and seconded, whereas Life Labs has announced the imminent closure of its Sudbury laboratory, and whereas this decision will have direct impacts on patients in the municipality of French River, and whereas the Univ Health Center sends blood samples and other specimens to Life Labs on a daily basis. And whereas this change would result in longer wait times, which would lead to delays of certain treatments, thus increasing anxiety among patients, especially those living with chronic conditions and requiring close monitoring. And whereas medical services in rural and northern communities are already fragile, and any interruptions or delays would only be exacerbated. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of French River supports the Centre de Santé Univ Health Center's concerns regarding the closure of the Sudbury Life Labs laboratory, agrees to send a letter to Life Labs officials expressing Council's concerns about the impact on local residents, requests that the Minister of Health intervene to ensure that timely and equitable blood and diagnostic services remain available to residents of rural and northern communities, and that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to MPP John Bantoff, MPP France Gélina, and to other municipalities that rely on the Sudbury Life Labs location.
Thank you. All those in favor? Thank you. All right, so we'll move on to item 8, and I need a resolution to adopt the items contained in the consent agenda. Moved by Renee, seconded by Bob. All those in favor? Thank you. Sorry, Mel, I didn't let you read it.
That's okay.
There's no notices of motion, announcement and inquiries. So we'll start with Renee.
Wishing everybody a happy new year because we haven't been together since that. Not too much. We had the health unit meeting last Thursday. Basically just went over budgets and talked about Life Labs. There wasn't that much discussion. It was a short meeting. And then we had Phenom on Sunday, and they had a lot of meetings set up during Roma for different things, the highways, the Life Labs, and other things. So that was pretty much it. That's it. Lots of snow. Like I said, the sidewalks have been well maintained, even though we've had tons of snowfall. So that was a very positive thing. So that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you. I'll move to Bob.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll keep it short and sweet because I hate these meetings. Zoom meetings, not council meetings. I'd just like to start off on thanking everyone that had a hand in any event that went through the Christmas season. Houses were well decorated, people were friendly. I'd just like to thank everyone that had part in any of our events. We will have a senior board meeting next week where we'll be updated on numbers. Everything is moving on. Everybody is happy there. Everybody is complaining about the snow, the amount of it. I've already met with my subcommittee for Earth Day. Earth Day will be Saturday, April 18th at the ACC. And right now we're in process. We divided ourselves jobs of contacting people. That I will keep council informed. And on that note, I'd just like to wish Happy New Year, lots of health, lots of luck to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll move to Councillor Roger. No, Roger, you're not unmuted. Try again. Try again. No,
Me?
you're still, there you go.
Okay, I would like to go along with Councillor Bob over the train, the Christmas parade, the hot dog afternoon for the kids. Volunteers, for some reason in French River we never have a shortage of volunteers. There's always people there to help. So thank you, everybody. One comment again, going on Life Lab. I was there yesterday. And I walked in there and there was about 15 people in front of me, very fast. I don't agree with any company being bought by American companies. So in that sense, if it's any works going to the States, we should boycott that company and go So
Oh.
look after that
He's-
and bring a new one. Even though they're very, but that's going to slow down. So yeah, that's Happy New Year, everybody. Wishing all the best this coming year. And that's about it. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. We'll move on to Willie.
Gotta give me a heads up so I could find that unmute button. I'd like to also say Happy New Year, everyone. It's good to be back. It's good to see everyone healthy. Keeping busy. Very happy and pleased with all the snow we have. I see they just put the stakes in for the snowmobile trail out in front of the house. So they did that on Monday. The groomer hasn't been by yet. I don't know if they plan on doing that or not. But there's plenty of ice. I think there's close to I think there's a 2.5 to 3 feet of ice out in front of the house now. Yeah, as I was saying, it's good to be back. It's good to see the snow and carry on. Thank you.
Thanks, Willie. Dean.
I don't think you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I'll report is that I've not been very successful in participating in the Zoom meeting. I've been spending all my time on my computer. That's my laptop computer, but I also have my regular computer on, so I've been following the meeting. So nothing else than that. We were in Sudbury all day today. We had appointments and didn't get home until about 5 o'clock, and so it was kind of a tough day and lots of snow coming down the highway tonight. Was very busy, I'll tell you. But glad to be here, glad to be back, glad everybody was at the meeting here tonight that were here, and the meeting went well. So good to see and hear everybody, and looking forward to attending it in the council chamber.
I totally agree with you, Dean. As for me, just want to remind everybody that the seniors luncheons, both in Noelville, which are on Wednesdays, and Albin on Fridays, have restarted for 2026. And have to say the attendance is fantastic. And also I attended a board library meeting yesterday, discussed the budgets, and they'll be, as we talked about during our budget deliberations, they'll be just looking for 3% increase, which reflects the increase in salaries. They're not asking for anything else. We had good discussions about all the wonderful activities that they do for seniors through the seniors grant. They've reapplied for 2026 to be able to bring even more seniors and intergenerational programs to our municipalities. So all in all, it was a good meeting. And again, I wish you all a very happy New Year. My only concern with all the snow is what's ahead of us in the spring, because up north they received even more snow than what we have. And we all know that comes down the watersheds to us. So let's hope it's a slow melt and it starts within the next few weeks, because I'm not a big fan of snow like the snowmobilers. So with that, I need a resolution to adopt the confirmation bylaw. Renee and Bob, all those in favor? Thank you. And I need a resolution to adjourn. Nobody wants to leave? Oh, Willie and Dean. All those in favor? Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. And thank you for doing Zoom, even though, Dean, I agree with you and everyone else that it's much better to do it in person.
I just am not technically knowledgeable enough to make my computer do what it's supposed to do.
Never mind, I had trouble too, Dean, so don't worry. Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night.